Hi and welcome back to another video with Underground Virtuosos. Today the topic is Collé again, but this is the part 2 video. So if you have not seen Collé part 1 and you have no idea what I'm talking about, what is Collé and how to get started on that, please pause this video and go watch the previous one before you come back to this one. Okay, let's get started. So today our goal is to apply the actual Collé movement onto our instrument and be able to use the Collé. Now I've divided the Collé topic into two ideas for you. Active Collé versus passive Collé. So we'll get started with the active Collé first. So active Collé means that you are using your fingers as the primary source to start the stroke. In this case, strokes like staccato off the string, or spiccato, bouncing the bow. Now we're not going to get into spiccato today. However, we will be doing staccato first on the string and then staccato off the string. So what you're going to do, grab your instrument, a violin, viola, and your bow if you would like to do this with me. So the first stroke, first exercise you're going to do is you're going to start at the frog and you're going to start with your fingers curled, much like how we practice this. Okay, so you're going to start at the frog and fingers curled, nice and curled, including the pinky and the thumb. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to go from here into an extended finger position, okay, without using your arm. Okay, and then you're going to go back from the extended position back to the curl position. All right, notice I'm not moving my arm at all. Now you might be wondering, oh, what is that sound? It's okay. When you are practicing this exercise, don't worry about the sound first. You're just trying to get the Collé exercise and the movement going on your instrument first. Okay, so that's the first exercise. If you are scratching a little bit, that is fine. But the biggest things to take away from this exercise is keep your arm still and only use your fingers. Okay, if you are tensing up your fingers, tap your fingers, especially the index and the pinky, just to relax your hand. Okay, and then do the stroke once again. Okay, so that's the first exercise. And that's just, just a nice and short staccato. It doesn't sound great, but that's okay. Later on, we can shape it and make it better. However, right now, just trying to work on getting it started. Now, the second exercise is staccato off the string. Now, don't get this confused with spiccato, where you bounce your bow. Staccato off the string, the reason I call it that is because you're starting on the string and then you're coming off afterwards. Okay, it's not quite spiccato where you're allowing your bow to bounce. It is a pretty controlled stroke that requires good Collé movements. So do the same thing, start the same setup at the frog, fingers curled. The only difference this time is once you extend your fingers, you're actually going to allow your bow to come off the string, like this. So I'm going to do it one more time on the down bow. So notice I'm starting with my finger curled and I'm on the string. I'm going to do a down bow just with the fingers and my bow is off the string. I'm not moving my arm too much. I'm not going like this. Okay, I'm simply staying near the frog, just the fingers as much as I can, just with the fingers. Then wherever I end up, which is probably 3 inches or so away from the frog, then I put my bow down, straight down. And I do the same thing, but up bow and off the string. Okay, so one more time. Start on the string, do the Collé. Now you're off, and then place it back on, and do an up bow Collé. And then place it back down, down bow Collé. Place it back on, up bow Collé. Okay, when it comes to this stroke, one of the key components that you have to really focus on is to allow your bow to reset on the string after you take it off. If you don't reset properly, you might sound like this. Okay, and that's kind of getting into a somewhat spiccato territory, and we're not trying to do that. We're trying to start on the string every single time with your nice arm weight, wrist weight, and then start the stroke. Okay, once again, it is okay, completely okay if you sound a little rough, if you sound a little scratchy. That can be shaped and cleaned up later. But right now, you're just trying to get the finger movement going, trying to get the Collé stroke moving. This stroke, the staccato off the string, can go to a medium fast-ish speed. There's a limit to this stroke. Okay, it's great when you are trying to play eighth notes off the string, but it requires you to play like a forte sound or fortissimo sound. You do play like, you know. Okay, so where you can use that, yeah. There's a limit to the speed, however. Any faster than that, you would probably end up going towards a spiccato stroke movement. So that's the part one, the active Collé. Now we're going to talk about the second part, which is passive Collé. So active Collé starts the stroke from the fingers. Passive Collé starts the stroke from your arm, and only when you are changing your bow, you apply the Collé. And this is great for if you're trying to make the music sound more connected, more smooth, or legato during the bow changes. That will help out by making the fingers relax enough that it can act as this little mechanism that help you change the bow smoothly, even though you're using your arm to actually change for the stroke. So first, I would like you to do is just with your right hand only, what I would like you to do is make sure your palm is not facing down, but it's facing away from you. Okay? So now you rotated your arm facing away from you, and then you're going to close your fist, and you're going to pretend you're going to play a down bow. So you're going to play a down bow. And when you are changing for the up bow, I would like you to extend, open your hand, open your fingers. And when you're about to change for a down bow, you're going to close your hand. And then change for up bow, open. And then close for down, open for up, close, open, down, up, down, up. Okay, that's the basic idea. Now, if you are having a hard time understanding what that movement is, here's an idea that I always have thought of ever since I learned the Collé movement or understand what it means. I like to think about octopus or squid swimming. It kind of reminds me of that. Yeah, so our fingers are like their legs, and when they are swimming and shooting themselves forward in direction, their feet is extended, right? Their feet is not dangling and it's not curled. Their feet is usually straight when they're trying to swim in the direction. So when you go up, it feels like that. And when you go down, just kind of imagine flowing in place and your fingers are curled like their feet. And then up, and then down. Up, down. Okay, now remember it's a passive Collé, so your fingers should not move and should not change shape during the stroke itself. It only changes when you change the direction of the bow. So down, up. It's not down and then you're straightening your fingers as you go down. That's not how it works. Down, and when you change up, then go. A good way to think about it is if you lead from your wrist, it helps. So down, I'm leading with my wrist down, and then up, I'm leading with my wrist up, and then my fingers naturally open up. This movement. Okay, now let's apply it onto our instrument. So you're going to start the frog, and you're going to start with the nice and curled fingers. Okay, bow slightly tilted, and just relax. Relax your bow hold. Okay. It's going to start with curled, and only when you are changing for the up bow, then you extend your fingers. Okay, so like this. Okay, let me do it one more time. So pay attention when I am going down and when I'm about to change up, it will have this movement right here. And when I'm about to change from up to down, it will have this movement right here. So if you can see it from this angle. Yeah. Okay, notice I am not changing my fingers during the bow stroke. So please don't go like this, yeah? Okay, that is more like an active Collé movement. But don't do that because right now we're not practicing that. So start curled and remain curled until you are playing the up bow. And remain extended until you are playing the down bow. Okay, so that's the exercise for you to do for the passive Collé. Now, if you watch players online or in concerts and you watch I mean any player really, they're all going to have a little variation of Collé, okay? But from my own experience and what I can offer you is that when you are doing the passive Collé, don't try to change the bow from your fingers, okay? The stroke starts from your back, and then it's like a paintbrush. Think of a paintbrush, okay? Your arm is the brush stick, and your wrist and finger is the brush. So what you're going to do is you're painting, and you're changing the direction of your brush stick, and then your fingers move after the stick moves. It doesn't move, not like this, okay? But only moves after, okay, to have a most natural bow change as you can. Now, obviously, there are players that like to use a little bit more of that, and that's okay. But my little tip, little 2 cents for you is that try to change the bow stroke from the arm and have a very, very relaxed bow hold, relaxed fingers, that when you change the directions, the fingers move after you have changed the direction with your arm and your wrist. Then the fingers naturally open up and the fingers will naturally close. Okay, so that's my 2 cents for you, and that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Collé is a very, very, very big part of being able to be at the next level regarding bow control, and opens up a lot of doors for you for different types of bow strokes. So I would suggest you get practicing on that. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please leave it down below. And if you would like to be notified when a new video comes out, please hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell button so you get a notification. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.